Hey everyone, and welcome back to TalkTickers. We're doing something a little different today, getting you ready for Tesla's Q3 earnings call.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, October 23rd.
All right.
And we're going to take a deep dive and get you prepped with everything you need to know before the call.
Yeah, and we're not just talking headlines.
Yeah.
We're going deeper.
Much deeper. We've actually got this fascinating report that we're working from that breaks down all the top questions that have been submitted by retail investors ahead of the Q&A.
I love that.
It's so cool, right?
It's like getting inside the minds of Tesla shareholders and what they're really thinking about.
Exactly.
So you know what I noticed right away?
What's that?
Full self-driving.
Oh, yes.
It's like the #1 topic that everyone wants to know about FSD.
They want updates. They want to know about timelines. They want to know about regulations, performance.
That's of course.
But there's also
a little bit of anxiety.
A little bit of anxiety, a little bit of concern I'm seeing. Yeah.
Sprinkled in there too.
Makes sense though. I mean, FSD is like the holy grail.
Right.
It could totally change the entire auto industry. Like,
totally.
It's not just another feature.
Right.
It's a potential game changer.
Huge.
I mean, there are even investors asking about whether Tesla's going to license FSD to other automakers.
Imagine that.
Right. Can you imagine the revenue if that happened?
That would be insane.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
And also, I saw this one question. This just blew my mind.
Oh, yeah.
This person straight up asked, will hardware 3 even be able to reach level 5 full self-driving?
Interesting.
I was like, wow.
That's a big question.
For anybody who's got a Tesla.
Yeah.
With that hardware, that is.
Absolutely. And it really highlights that uncertainty that's still out there about FSD. Like, can Tesla actually pull this off?
Yeah, are they going to meet expectations? Is this really going to live up to the hype, or what's going to happen?
Yeah, will it be everything we dreamed of?
Totally. And you know what else was really interesting in this report?
What's that?
A lot of questions about Elon Musk himself.
Oh, really?
It's almost like investors are...
like doing a vibe check on Elon.
Exactly. They're kind of like, are we cool with this guy?
Yeah, are we buying what he's selling here?
You know what I mean? Like, there were questions about his political stuff.
Oh, wow.
All the social media, the things he says.
Yeah.
Potential conflicts of interest.
I see.
So it's like, is this just investors gossiping?
Right.
Or is there something more to it?
Yeah.
Are they right to be a little worried about how this could impact Tesla's brand?
Tesla's image, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shareholder value, all of that.
It's a valid concern. I mean, we even saw a question here asking if the board is going to have to step in and, like, prevent Elon from hurting the brand with his political views.
That's wild.
Like, that's serious.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, we've talked about FSD. We've talked about the Elon factor. But we know Tesla is known for their shiny new products.
Oh, yeah, they love to announce them.
And investors are buzzing about them, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we see mentions of the Cybertruck, the Roadster robo-taxis, the Robo over an Optimus.
Even that $25,000 car.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
A potential.
The mythical $25,000 Tesla.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, like...
anxiety around all those products.
Yeah, delays.
Yeah.
People are like, are we ever going to see these things?
Are they ever going to actually ship?
Right.
Right.
I mean, imagine pre-ordering a Cybertruck and you're still waiting for, like...
oh my God, I know.
Basic parts.
I saw one investor complaining about their wheel caps.
Wheel caps?
They're still waiting for their Cybertruck wheel caps.
Oh, that's brutal.
And they have a service appointment, but they're not even sure if it's going to get fixed.
Oh, no.
It's like, what is going on?
That's a big problem.
Right. And it makes you wonder,
yeah,
can Tesla's service infrastructure even handle all these ambitious products?
Like,
it's one thing to unveil them.
Right.
But can they actually make them?
Right. Can they actually fix them?
And service them at scale?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
And why are they announcing these things so far?
I know, it's so far out.
In advance.
From production.
Is this just brilliant marketing to keep us all on the edge of our seats?
Right. Like, is it just hype?
Or is it giving the competition?
Yeah. Are they giving the other guys a head start?
A roadmap.
One investor even called Tesla out on that directly in their question.
Really?
I was like, what are you doing? Why are you telling everybody what you're doing so far in advance?
It's a good question.
It is a good question. It's a gamble, for sure.
It is.
We'll see if it pays off.
Only time will tell.
Exactly.
But, okay, so we've got all the excitement about new gadgets, but investors haven't forgotten about the money stuff either.
Oh, of course not. The financials.
You know what I mean? We're seeing a ton of questions about profitability margins.
Yeah.
Growth projections, all the important stuff.
The bread and butter.
Yeah. But there's definitely like...
a little bit of worry creeping in there.
Yeah, after those press cuts.
Especially after the price cuts, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, wait a minute, are we seeing a trend here with declining profit margins? Or is this just temporary?
Oh, right. Is this a blip or is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah. And what's really interesting is how many questions there are about stock buybacks and dividends.
Oh, interesting.
It's like investors are saying, hey,
show me the money.
Yeah, we want to see some tangible returns now.
Right.
Not just promises about the future.
Yeah, they want to see that investment paying off.
Exactly.
In their pocket.
Yeah. It's a really interesting shift, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
We're seeing.
It seems like investors are starting to view Tesla a little differently.
Yeah.
It's not just this revolutionary car company anymore.
Right.
It's like, okay, now you got to show us how that translates into actual value for us.
Yeah, show us the money.
Exactly.
Prove it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just the cars anymore. It's like this whole ecosystem they're building.
So they're saying, show us how you're going to dominate, like, not just the roads, but like...
our lives.
Yeah, our whole life, like our houses, our everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we see all these questions about Tesla Energy, the solar roof tiles, mega packs.
Oh, yeah.
Those giant battery systems.
Yeah.
People want to know how it all fits together.
Absolutely.
You know?
And they want to know if it's actually profitable.
Right. Are they actually making money?
Yeah, like Tesla Insurance, for example.
Oh, yeah.
People are asking about the financials, the growth potential. Like, is this thing actually working?
They're not just like blindly buying into it. They want the details.
I want the details.
You know, and you know what's funny is there's this one question that really stood out to me about Optimus.
The robot.
Yeah, the humanoid robot.
Yeah.
This person asked about its IP rating.
Oh, wow.
Like how resistant it is to water and dust.
That's specific.
I know, but it's like it shows they're thinking about it.
Right.
They're like, is this thing going to actually work?
Can it survive in the real world?
Yeah, in the real world, is this a real technology or is it just a cool...
Like a science fair project.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the same with FSD, right?
Yeah.
Like people want concrete timelines.
Yeah, when is this happening?
When is it actually going to be ready for unsupervised driving?
Right.
Is hardware 3 even going to be able to handle level 5 autonomy?
Yeah, will it get that?
They're not just going to accept the hype anymore.
Right. They want proof.
They want proof.
I want to see it.
Results.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to like push back on Tesla's approach either.
No, they're not.
You know, remember that question about announcing products like the Cybertruck and Optimus years before they're actually in production?
Oh, yeah, way early.
They're worried that Tesla's giving the competition a free roadmap.
Like just handing it to them on a silver platter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a valid point. You know?
Yeah.
Tesla's playing the long game, but there are risks.
Totally.
The competition's heating up.
Oh, yeah.
Those legacy automakers, they're taking EVs seriously now.
They're coming.
They're coming.
Yeah.
And then there's always the Elon factor.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget about Elon.
One investor straight up said that Elon's public persona, especially his support for certain political figures, is creating a negative perception of Tesla.
Wow.
And could be hurting shareholder value.
That's a bold statement.
I know they even asked if the board plans to intervene to prevent Elon's personal views from affecting the brand.
It's a tough situation.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It really highlights like that tightrope.
The tightrope they're walking.
That Tesla is walking, right?
Yeah.
On the one hand, you've got Elon. He's charismatic.
Visionary leader.
Yeah, he's a visionary leader.
Yeah.
He's a huge part of why people love Tesla.
Absolutely.
But on the other hand...
he's unpredictable.
Yeah, he's unpredictable.
He's controversial.
And that can turn people off.
Absolutely. It can scare away potential customers and investors.
What's that double-edged sword that we were talking about earlier?
Sure, exactly.
You know, and that fascination with Elon extends beyond Tesla, too.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that investor who asked if Tesla shareholders would get priority when SpaceX goes public?
Oh, yeah, like some kind of special access?
I know, it's wild.
Yeah.
It shows how much people believe in him.
It's like blind faith almost.
Yeah, they think he's going to make them rich.
In any industry he touches.
I know.
Yeah.
But it also highlights the risks, right?
Absolutely.
What if one of his ventures fails?
Yeah. What happens to the whole empire?
Does that shake confidence in everything?
Could it ripple through Tesla?
It's a good question to think about.
Yeah.
Tesla's at a crossroads, for sure.
Yeah, they've done amazing things.
They have.
But there's a lot of pressure.
They got to balance that big vision with the reality of running a profitable business.
Right. They can't just be dreamers.
Right. They got to make money.
Exactly. And they have to prove that their technology is actually as revolutionary as they say it is.
Right. And they got to navigate this world that's changing so fast.
Yeah.
With electric vehicles and autonomy and artificial intelligence. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then there's Elon.
Oh, yeah. Elon.
What's he going to do next?
Right. Every move affects the whole company.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
yeah,
the big question is, will Tesla rise to the challenge?
That's the question.
What do you think?
What are you hoping to hear from Tesla tomorrow?
I think the big question for me is, are we going to get any real timelines for full self-driving?
Yeah, that's the one everyone wants to know.
Like, when can we actually expect to see those robo-taxis out there making money?
Right. Is this going to justify that valuation?
Yeah, and speaking of valuation, I'm curious to see what they say about those profit margins.
Oh, yeah, declining profit margin.
Yeah, are they going to try to cut costs, or are they going to keep spending money and just try to grow their way out of it?
Hmm.
Right. It's tough because they got to balance those short-term profits with the long-term growth.
Exactly. And let's not forget, they've got competition now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so other car companies are catching up.
They've come in for Tesla.
They are. They've got the money and they've got the experience.
Yeah, decades of experience building cars.
So it'll be interesting to see how Tesla responds to that.
Definitely.
And then, of course, there's Elon.
The wild card?
Is he going to address all that stuff
Yeah.
about his public image and his politics?
Yeah. Is he going to try to reassure investors?
Because you know he's a showman.
He loves the attention.
He does. But can he convince Wall Street that Tesla is a real company with a real plan?
Right. He's got to find that balance between the hype and the substance.
Exactly. And what about those questions we saw about tangible returns?
Oh, yeah. Stock buybacks, dividends?
Yeah. Do you think they're going to change their strategy?
I don't know. I think they're still in growth mode.
Yeah, they're going to keep investing.
Reinvesting those profits?
Okay. So maybe no dividends? But what about the Cybertruck? Any chance we get a production timeline?
I hope so. They gotta get that thing on the road.
They do all these other electric trucks are coming out.
The competition is fierce.
Yeah, they need to deliver.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a sneak peek at some new features too.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Keep the hype going.
All right, so we've got FSD, financials, new products, competition, Elon.
What else?
Anything I'm missing?
You know what I'm really curious about is that question about the ride-sharing app.
Oh, yeah, using supervised FSD.
Imagine your car making money for you while you're not using it.
That's the dream.
Passive income.
Yeah, I'd be huge for their robo-taxi plans.
They could collect so much data.
But it's also a lot of questions.
Yeah, legally it's a minefield.
Who's responsible if something goes wrong?
Right.
So much to think about.
This earnings call is going to be a big one.
It is FSD financials, new products, competition, Elon robo-taxis.
Buckle up, everybody.
Make sure you tune in October 23rd
It's going to be wild.
and then come back here afterwards for our breakdown.
We'll break it all down for you.
Separate the hype from the reality. Give you our expert insights.
Super fun.
We'll see you then.